Hello friends, I am Jeyan. This is our channel jeyansocial. Today I am going to talk about the recent world record of SpaceX company and about space debris. If I ask you who is the world's richest man in recent time, probably your answer will be Elon Musk. You are right. The company he is owning, they are SpaceX and Tesla. The recent success of these companies made him become the world's richest man. When people in remote area, most probably when they study in school, maybe dream of going to capital place of the country or any other country. But when Elon Musk was studying in school, he was dream of going to Mars or moon. So the dream itself differentiated him and made him become the unique person in the world. And the recent success of SpaceX company got world attention. Now the SpaceX company has launched 143 satellites in a single go by using its Falcon 9 rocket. It is a world record because earlier the ISRO has launched 104 satellites by using its BSLV C-37 rocket in 2017. But now the SpaceX has broken this record and they have named this historical record as Transporter 1, and it is a part of SpaceX SmallSat Rideshare program. The purpose of this program is to provide cheap and best satellite launching services. So any company or any country, suppose they want to launch any satellite, they can book with this SpaceX. So they have providing services at the cheap price of even for 7 crore. So it also depends on the size of the satellite and also at which orbit the satellite need to be launched. For instance, suppose we need courier services. The charge for the courier service used to be based on the size of the parcel as well as the distance at which we need to deliver. Out of 143 satellites launched, many of the satellites were the size of small box like this much. Few of them are even smaller than this and very few of them were size of this much. And 48 satellites were made by the Planet company in the USA. Out of launched 143 satellites, 10 satellites SpaceX launched for its own purpose of Starlink project. The Starlink project is to give direct internet services from the satellites. For that, the SpaceX company is launching thousands of satellites around the earth and plan to give internet services around the world. So few of the satellites also plan to be reserved for the army, education and exploration purposes. When we launch more number of satellites in a single rocket, it will reduce the fuel consumption and investment for making such rockets. But the drawback here is few satellites may take more time, even sometimes more than weeks. Let us assume that there are 30 people from Bengaluru. Out of 30, 10 need to go to Goa, 10 need to go to Mumbai, 10 need to go to Chennai. In that situation, they have arranged a bus. The bus picked them and dropped 10 people in Chennai. Then the bus moved on to Goa where it dropped another 10. Then finally it reached to Mumbai where it dropped the rest of the people. So since 30 people together arranged a single bus, so the pollution it released in the environment also reduced and the traveling expenses for each customer also reduced. But here few of the traveling time for few of the customer has increased because the bus first went to Chennai because the bus has taken common route and hence even few of the people afforded in the bus don't need to go to Chennai also went to Chennai finally their destination and hence the traveling time of few of the customer has increased. Similarly, when more number of satellites that need to be launched in different orbits afforded in single rocket, then when the rocket launching each satellites in every orbit, in that circumstances few of the satellites maybe took more traveling time to be launched in its orbit. But the advantages of launching multiple number of satellites from a single rocket is like it will reduce the fuel consumption and reduces the launching expenses. Indirectly it will reduce the environmental pollution as well. The alternative option used to be like each passenger need to take separate car to reach their destination. In that situation they will reach their destination very soon, but the expenses for their travel will be very high and also pollution will be increased because when 30 people are using 30 cars, so it will increases traveling expenses for each individual and also indirectly it will increases manifold the environment pollution. The similar thing will happen when we use single rocket for launching single satellite. So in order to avoid this, the multiple number of satellites may be launched by using single rocket. It will economically benefit. At the same time, if any satellite has to be launched very soon and it cannot be waited, in that situations, the countries may choose sending its satellites through single rocket. because of technological development, now the size of the satellite has to be minimized and it is doing the function manifold. Virgin Orbit company is developing small rockets for individually launching small satellites. Even these rockets can be launched from the wings of Boeing 747 plane. Now the number of launching satellite has been increasing, and also because of technological advancements, even the companies are coming up to do businesses by launching their satellites. So the space debris is also increasing manifold. Though the lifespan of a satellite depends on its use, generally a satellite may be launched for a lifespan of 5 to 10 years. After a satellite coming to end of its life, the country which has launched the satellite will destroy the satellite. Sometimes satellite may come out of the launch country's control. In that circumstances, they float on the space like debris, and sometimes the satellites collide with the functioning satellites, and also the space debris will be generated. Sometimes the astronauts may do some repair work, they may lose their tools, that also float on the space like debris. In recent years, China has tested anti-satellite guided missile. India also tested the same at low Earth orbit. So space debris or space junks are coming up in many forms. The USA as well as China in the race of Space Force. So again, they, in order to protect their spatial objects, they are threatening their rivalry countries' spatial objects. Generally, the space and natural spatial objects like stars, planets, asteroids are common to every country. So no country is permitted to keep any arms or nuclear arms in space or spatial objects. Okay friends, what do you think about this video? Do you think that we need to reduce the number of satellites sent to the space, or otherwise we must use the advantage of technology that is offered to us to lead comfort life? And the space debris are threatening the space like the plastics are threatening the space surface. Give your opinion in the comment section. We shall meet again in our next discussion. Until then, take care. Love you all. Bye.